issues. It's okay if you keep your videos off, but nobody is going to multitask. First instruction. This is one reason why you will miss out on certain things which will become a loophole towards your examination in your performance. And if you're not performing well, you will not be able to clear in your first attempt or upcoming attempts. We'll just let everyone settle down and then we are going to begin. So please hold your horses, everyone. One second. Okay. Okay, Victor Tango, November, Kilo, Charlie. Mumbai Control. Confirm if there is any background noise from my side.
Negative. Victor Tango November Kilo Charlie.
Victor Tango, November, Kilo, Charlie, Mumbai Control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Radio 5, Strength 5, Victor Tango November Kilo Charlie.
All stations, Mumbai Control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read? Now, students, when I say this call out, all stations, it means I'm making an RT call to all the stations who are tuned into the frequency which I'm transmitting on. Right now, that frequency is a Zoom-based frequency for video chat that we're using. We don't know what the frequency is. I think it's probably in gigahertz or so. Okay. But the similar thing happens in your radio communications. And your radio communications, they also are like this. There will be one speaker, probably an aircraft pilot or an air traffic controller. An aircraft pilot is also termed as a station, and an air traffic controller is also considered as a station. We call them aeromobile stations or aeromobile radio stations. Okay. So when I say all stations, it means everyone who is listening to me right now. How will everyone listen to me? Everyone will listen to me if they are tuned into the frequency on which I'm transmitting. So when you will be flying from Delhi, you will be given frequencies to connect with Delhi ATCs. Different ATCs will have different frequencies. I think almost all of you all know it. Maybe some of you all don't know it. Students who have studied a lot of RT attending this session, please do not feel that, oh, I know all this and that, and it's going to be waste of my time. No. Consider you have had a break in live lectures. Consider this to be a very good revision. And please be attentive. Okay. Yeah. If you are missing out on something very important in between one or 2 hours, then feel free to go. But then I would require you to attend the lecture through YouTube once you're back. So nobody is getting an exemption of, nobody is getting yeah. Students, please be on mute, everyone. Okay. Let's not create disturbance in the class because of our background noise. Of course, you are in home, so there will be background noise and people disturbing you here and there unknowingly. Okay, fine. So instead of putting Sajal on mute, I kept myself on mute. What I'm saying is students who feel they cannot attend this session because you have studied a lot before, you will still have to cover up through the recorded lecture. So everybody has to go through this. Students appearing for Kolkata, students appearing for the February session. Okay. Of course, Kolkata students will be doing your mocks. Of course, so I have your dates. And I'm going to send a schedule just tonight, this evening, so that we can get on to it. I think everybody has settled down. Where is it? Mukul. Ashwani, Bhavin, Komal. Komal is not here. Ishan. This is different Ishan. And then Pooja and Srilakshmi. Great. Great. I think I'm missing one student. Jeet. Yes. Fine. Just couple of more minutes, students. Great. So I think everything's settled down. Rohan is joining in now. So Jeet, welcome. Gurpreet, nice to see you. And very nice to see you take serious steps towards beginning your training. Very nice, Gurpreet. Ayush, I hope you're feeling well. Hoping for a speedy recovery. Victor Tango, Mike, Romeo, Tango. Victor Tango, Mike, Romeo, Tango, Mumbai Control. How do you read? Okay, students who have assigned a call sign to their names on Zoom, I'm talking to you with your call signs. Be alert. Victor Tango, Mike, Romeo, Tango, Mumbai Control. How do you read? Students, you're on mute, okay? Heyman, nice to see you live in class. I think this is your first or second or third live session. How do you read, Hemant?
Read you 5, sir.
How do you respond? Very good, very good. Read you 5. Ashwini, how are you feeling? Give me a readability check.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Sierra Hotel on 121.9er, stand 2, readability check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango Alpha Sierra Hotel, Mumbai Control. Read you 5. How do you read?
Read you 5, Victor Tango Alpha Sierra Hotel.
Very good call, Ashwini. Sounding very good, very confident, very good. Gulshan, welcome to the class. I hope you're keeping well. And very nice. Nice to see you. And Sajal, nice to see you face. Very nice. We have Tushar joining in. Tushar, welcome to the class. I hope.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon, Tushar. Tushar, just attend the session and we'll have a conversation this evening.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Very good. Sordip, very happy to see you back and ready. And don't worry about how things are going on. Let's just take it the way we are doing in our best capacity. And Sordip, feel free to call me and message me, okay? Because your situation is a little different. So, of course, I'll give you more attention there. So, if you are free, make sure I know that you're free. All right? Be it through spam calls or through messages. It's allowed for y'all. Okay? But very nice of you be so thoughtful and not call too many times. But yeah, you can when you are free. So do that. Abhishek, again, welcome. And I'm very sorry, Abhishek, we have not had a chance to talk. But today, this evening, we're going to connect. So attend the session, have fun, learn, make notes, and we'll connect in the evening. And students, please call me if you don't hear from me. All the students whose name I'm taking, okay? These are the only 2 things that I want you all to understand. Other than that, everything is fine. We have Suchita joining in. Suchita, welcome again. And I hope you have recovered completely, Suchita. Suchita, how do you read?
Read you 5, Victor Tango, Sierra, Sierra, Mike.
Very good. And Abhishek, can you tell me how do you read?
Read you 5, sir.
Very good. Zanvi is joining us. Zanvi, welcome to your first class. And Zanvi, good performance in your demo. I'm very happy to have you on board. Please attend and please tell me how do you read?
So read you 5.
Read you 5 too. Very good. We have Rohan. Rohan, nice to see you join. I think you're joining a little before. Very good. How do you read, Rohan?
Yes, sir. Radio 5, sir. Romeo Juliet, Victor Tango, Romeo Juliet Whiskey.
Rohan, I think we have been in touch for more than 2 years, right?
No, sir. Just
1 year, 6 months.
6 months, I think.
Yeah.
I
I
think since
realized someone
June,
familiar.
July.
No, it's good. It's good to see that you're still in touch. Very nice.
Yes, sir.
We have Chaitanya. Chaitanya, how have you been? Very nice. Welcome to the class.
I'm good, sir. How are you, sir?
Chaitanya, I'm also good. Thank you. And I like your dedication, students. Tanmay, Chaitanya. Where's Mukul? Mukul, are you there in class? Mukul, are you there? One guy is missing. I think Mike Romeo Tango is Mukul. Mukul, I cannot hear you.
Right, sir. Sorry, I was on mute, sir. Yeah, sir. Present, sir.
Mukul, are you available? Yeah, of course. No
Right.
multitasking, Mukul, okay?
Right, sir.
Multitasking only with RT.
Right. Understand that.
How
sir.
do you read, Mukul?
Radio 5, sir.
Very good. So Chaitanya, Tanmay, Mukul, I really like your dedication and how every day you are taking updates with me. Ishan, of course. Very good. Gulshan, keep doing it. Very nice. Mithika, welcome to the class. You have been doing excellently
Thank
well.
you, sir.
Very good pace. I'm very happy to have all these good students with me. And Mithika, nice to see you. I think this is your first live lecture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very
First
good.
time.
Very good. Very nice. How do you read, Mithika, on a scale of 1 to 5?
Radio 5, sir.
Radio 5. Very good. Welcome on board. And we have Safa joining us. Safa, how are you? Nice to see you join RT. Safa, are you there? I cannot hear you. Safa, I read you 1. Try to check your mic again. Tanmay, how are you?
Excellent, sir.
Sorry, Tanmay, say again.
Excellent, sir.
Excellent. Very nice. Tanmay, very nice. How do you read, Tanmay?
I read you 5, strength 5. Sir. How do you read you?
Read you 5. Mumbai Control. Very good. See, students, it's the first session, so of course, it will take some time initially for everyone to settle down, talk, and connect. You should know that our ultimate goal in the class is on multiple levels. I'll just show you a small flow chart because I would want your mindset to be alike. And then if I deliver a lecture, that becomes much more beneficial to you and to me both. Okay. We have Apurva joining in. Apurva, very happy to see you. How do you read, Apurva, and how are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm absolutely fine, and I read you 5.
Very good, Apurva. I was not sure if you'll join because we have not had a conversation, but good, study, observe, and we'll connect in the evening. I'm going to return all calls today evening only. So we'll connect. Okay, Apurva, just get in touch with me.
Okay.
Call me if you don't hear from me. That's it.
Okay.
Very good, very good. Safa, can you just tell me how do you read and how are you? No, your voice is not reaching. Can you drop me a chat message? If you can hear me? Good. No problem. You can try and fix your mic again and again. Maybe you have to give the microphone permission to Zoom app so that I can hear you. Check that. And we have Zanvi. Zanvi, welcome to the class. How do you read?
Sir, radio 5.
Very good, very good. Welcome to the class, Zanvi. So students, I think that's it. I think everybody has joined, whoever had to join. So how is everyone? All good with everyone?
Yes, sir. Fine. Good.
Happy to be in class. Station calling, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I said I'm fine. Good. And what about you, sir?
I like how Gurpreet is trying to communicate on behalf of the whole class. Very nice. I'm fine, Gurpreet. Thank you so much. I wasn't really well, but I'm recovering. I'm very happy. Getting into a live session really heals me faster, you know. But sometimes I feel that, okay, the class might not be comfortable if I'm feeling sick. So I take a couple of days off. So sometimes, you know, that happens. You all don't worry and panic, okay? Thinking, where is sir and where are my classes and my money is lost. That will never happen, okay? So yeah, 2 instructions before we start. Number 1, students who have online privacy issues, especially girls and guys alike, both, you can keep your videos off, no compulsion. Second thing, this is something that I've started instructing now because of what happened last month. Guys in the class, please don't bother the girls in the class. And girls in the class, please don't bother the guys in the class. We are all here coming from a very difficult background and trying to get our licenses. We don't have the time to, do other things that will distract us. So guys who think they can become friends with girls and who try to find them here and there and online and make connection and connect through the name of ICATS, the girls might not be comfortable with it and it will just spoil my reputation. If I find you are doing that, you will forever be banned from the academy. Simple as that. And girls, you also don't disturb guys. I won't say only girls can be bothered. Even girls bother me, so I know guys can also be bothered. It is equal. When you're here in the academy, we are very relaxed, we are very cool, and we are very progressive, and we are very chilled. But we also follow a discipline and decorum. It is a system that I'm developing. I don't want anyone to contaminate it. New students in the class, if you are not genuinely a student, if you are someone sent by the competitor to create ruckus or copy things, the day I find out, I'm not going to do anything, but just check what you are doing and why you are doing. Anyone playing nuisance in the class, bad recordings, song, vulgar languages, sharing bad images or anything, one instance and you're gone forever. Got it, everyone? Yes, no, maybe, write in the chat box. To the host, everyone, understood or not? If no, then please leave the class. Everyone.
Understood, sir.
Just send me in the chat. It will be recorded as a history. Girls and guys, everyone. For me, your mental clarity is more important for you to clear your exams. So please don't bother anyone. And if you are bothered, all the girls in the class, if anyone bothers you, sending you request here and there, asking for your number through us, saying how ICATS, because they'll start searching you, Instagram and all. If they like you or they like your voice, some guys are like that, the 18, 19-year-olds out going fishing and all. Remember, youngsters, this is not the time, this is not the place. I'm very serious about studies and I can help you get your licenses in a very short period of time in your first attempts. Sometimes it will not happen. 80% of the times it happens. But if I find out that is happening, please, that will bother me. And if I'm bothered, the whole academy is bothered, okay? Other than that, feel free to become mutual friends. I don't mind. Okay, you all are colleagues. So yeah, you can be friends. Whatever you do, I'm nobody to interfere. But please don't bother someone like that. It doesn't sound good. It just makes you feel it makes you look as if you're someone who's very desperate, and that is not a good sign in aviation. Remember that. It's a small community and everyone will get to know you. Yeah, that's it. I need nothing else from you all. The other things that I need from you all is ultimate focus. Clearing all your doubts by parking them in the parking lot if we are not discussing them in the live session. So the last page of your notebooks, and that reminds me, students who are joining fresh, you have to make a fresh RT notebook. Last page would be a parking bay. You'll write the date of the lecture 1, H20, I think it's Hotel 22, the batch name starting today for these series of lectures. I'll clarify the batch thing and all. And then you'll write your doubts that you have to discuss with me. End of the session, you have to send me a PDF of your notes that you have made. You have to make notes. You don't have to copy paste everything, but you'll make notes as per your understanding. We want all of your senses to be involved when you're learning. So hearing, when you listen to me, eyes, when you see what I'm doing on the whiteboard, voice, when you talk back to me, and of course, the feel, skin, when you are making notes. The only thing we cannot simulate is the smell. Okay, they should make a perfume with aircraft interior fragrance, then we could all just spray that and feel that smell. Students, I'll try to be funny every now and then. I don't think all of you all will get my jokes. I started with a success rate 0. I think Nukul knows that. I think I've reached 50%. So if you don't like my jokes, you can laugh at me, but I would want my students to be happy, smiling, and laughing in the class, along with serious studies. So feel free to crack good and healthy jokes every now and then when I'm asking you all to crack jokes so that we can make the atmosphere more lively. RT is one such subject which, if not properly taught or studied, could be very boring in the beginning. Could be very boring in the beginning. Of course, it won't happen when I teach, but generally it can happen if you are not careful. So anybody in your beginning lectures, if you feel that you're getting bored or struggling or not finding the motivation, not liking the subject, or maybe not liking the way I'm training, the first thing you would do is you will give me that feedback on our WhatsApp. Got it? You have to tell me what's working for you and what's not working for you in the initial first 2 lectures. Older students who are coming in after some break, you also have to do the same. Anybody who needs special attention, after the lecture, you'll drop me a message over WhatsApp. I need to be in touch with all your concerns about your exams for which you are attending. Okay. Sometimes my responses will be delayed. Do not worry. I'm reading all your messages. If I think the reply could take a time, then I don't reply instantly. But I read all your messages. Okay. If you need instant replies, write pan in the message. It will catch my attention. Pan. Okay. You learn what pan is if you don't know. And then I'll make sure that I give you attention on priority. The reason I'm doing it is because I want to handle all of you all personally. I don't want to give you to any employee or any standby instructor. Got it? Everyone I'm selecting and handpicking. Got it, students? So that's why I'm doing this. Good. I think all the philosophy and pravachan and gyan is done for the day. So we'll get started with what we're going to learn. But sorry. One second. I hope the sky is not falling. Yeah. So I'm going to make a couple of things clear for those students who have been learning batch Echo 22, Golf 22, this and that. I know some of you all have concerns. So let me clarify this and then we'll get started. One thing that I want from you all, most important thing, and you have to give it to me, okay, is interaction in class. All right. When I'm pausing, when I pause, and when there's an open-ended question, like, is that clear? Then everybody has to say yes, sir, or maybe yes, or affirm, or maybe no if it's not clear. If the class is not interactive, then it's not going to work for you and me. If you're someone who just likes to attend and not speak, then take your time, but learn to speak. Initially, you will feel it's delaying the session, but don't be concerned about the pace. Be concerned about the quality. Got it, everyone? Anyone who's concerned about the pace, like Mukul always feels that, sir, it's going a little slow for me. I understand, of course. Tell me, and if I tell you to stick with the plan, stick with the plan. If I tell you, okay, I'll give you something to increase the pace, then you take that. I'll tell you what I feel is good for you. You let me know if you feel that the same thing is good for you. If no, then together we'll work out a better plan. Got it, everyone? I hope everyone is mature enough to understand what I'm saying. You might not find such support in other institutes, but this is what it is all about here. So get used to it. Okay, everyone? Clear? So I need interactions. I want the class to be interactive. If I'm not speaking for some time, feel free to go on unmute and discuss. Ask any random question related to the topic. If it's not related to topic, you could say it's not related to topic, but something I wanted to discuss with the class and you. Share that doubt. Let's see if Jeet or someone else or me or anyone who knows the knowledge can share that. So I want us to learn something or the other every day. Got it? You will learn RT definitely, but you'll learn a lot more than RT. And you'll also learn how to study so that you get all your papers and licenses and RT and everything ASAP. Jeet, I think 4 days, 3 days for you to prepare finally. Bhavin, I'm not sure if you're going for the exam. Let me know. We don't have much time, guys. So let me know what your plan is so that accordingly I can give you some time. Okay. So we have a few pilots also in the class. So students, we have some students who have a CPL from abroad. So we have a lot of expertise amongst the student base also. So it's good, when you all connect, eventually it'll be good. Usaid, nice to see you. Great. So yeah, this thing I was talking about, students who have attended batch Echo 22, students who have attended batch Golf 22 for RT. Okay. Just let me know after the session, everything after the session. Let me know means make notes so that you remember to let me know. Let me know via WhatsApp. First thing, how much you have attended from these batches. Okay. If you have not attended anything, you will say, sir, nothing. I'm just starting fresh from H22. So these series of lectures is going to be called under the name of batch H22. This is so that everybody understands. But here, if you see, we don't really follow the batch thing, Nukul has been a part of multiple batches because we are following a different pace for Nukul. Okay. Jeet is following different batches because we're following a different pace for him. For us to keep a track of our live sessions from here till Kolkata and February, you keep a track of H22 directly so that if you tend to miss a few live lectures, then how would you access them on YouTube under a relevant playlist to cover up what you have missed? This will help you there. Of course, a little bit of redundancy and duplicacy is going to happen with respect to what you will learn now and what you have already learned. Instead of thinking that, oh, my time is wasted, make that concept as if it was made of concrete in your mind. Got it? So this is your chance to rework it. Only initial couple of sessions you have to attend. Afterwards, if I have to segregate, I'll segregate the two things. Okay. Second thing that I want is message on WhatsApp, of course. So that is our chat interaction app we are using. We are not going to give our app to you at the moment. We are still working on it. The way I want it, people are not able to make it under the budget that we have. So we have to wait. So I think WhatsApp is fine to communicate for us. And we are using that. So message WhatsApp if you are appearing Kolkata 22 RT. If you're not appearing Kolkata, if you plan to appear for February attempt 23, then you will message. If not February, if you're planning for April, then you will message. So these are the upcoming 3 attempts. Feb and April location is not yet declared. So I think by the end of November or the first week of December, we'll get the tentative schedule. So probably February is Mumbai or Delhi or whatever, we'll come to know only then. So you have to let me know how much you have covered or not. You have to let me know what is your proposed plan to give which exam. Kolkata 22, year 22, okay, not date, these are years. Kolkata 22 applications are closed. So students who have not applied, your first chance would be at February 23 only. So only those students who have applied for Kolkata will message that applied for Kolkata. Got it, everyone? Are these 2 instructions clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Affirm, sir.
Thank you.
Affirm, sir.
Affirm, sir.
I'm not feeling the energy. I'll give you all some time. Every time when you respond, please end with your call sign, everyone. So Safa, Zanvi, Apurva, Tanmay, Chaitanya, Abhishek, Tushar, and Mitika. Your call sign would be VT, common for everyone, followed by any 3 letters of your choice. You can use your initials. Run it by me before confirming. If it is already assigned to someone, then we cannot give it to you. It has to be unique. V is called Victor, T is called Tango, and any 3 letters of your choice. Like my call sign is ALK. So it is Alpha Lima Kilo. Okay. So please assign that, message me your call sign, plus rename yourself on Zoom while joining our sessions as per your call sign. We'll use our call signs to communicate whenever practicing RT. And whenever you're acknowledging, as if acknowledging means when I'm asking you a question or giving you a message, you will tell me if you have understood or not. That acknowledgement is very important in RT. Whenever ATC or any other aircraft station calls you, you have to respond quickly. You cannot be blank. Responding quickly is called acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is the first important thing to remember when you're making good calls over RT. Ultimately, why do you need to do RT, or what do you need to do in RT? You need to make calls. What are calls? Calls are nothing but how do I talk to ATC to make a request, and how will the ATC talk to me to make a request? Every request that I make, or every confirmation that I request for, every permission that I seek, it is called as a call. That is what you have to learn. That's it. How to speak in RT. It is very similar to the language English. I call RT as an English language without the grammar. So it's very easy to pick up. But you need to know the proper procedure, where to begin, where to end. Okay. So we're going to help you with that. So Safa, Zanvi, Apurva, Tanmay, please rename yourselves. Chaitanyan, please message me what your call signs are. Mithika. Chaitanya, your call sign is available. You can take it. Victor Tango Charlie Hotel Alpha. Okay. That's it. Please make your notes a notebook. It's going to help you a lot. Please make a fresh only for new students. Okay. Fresh RT notebook to make everyday notes. Students who have completed all 13 lectures or the other lectures of H22 or H22, you are very lucky that you have completed it by now. Okay, we are going to bank upon that. Don't think that that's all going to go to waste. All right. So anyone who thinks that, sir, man, I have studied so much, sir, मैंने तो इतना पढ़ा है, मैं वापस से क्यों करूं? Discuss that with me, and I'll tell you what you need to do and what you do not need to do. Simple. It all has to be mutual. So Mithika, please rename yourself. Zanvi, please rename yourself. Apurva, please rename yourself. Tanmay, you have not yet done it. Safa, you have Victor Tango Sierra Foxtrot Alpha. It's available. You can take it. Tushar, Victor Tango Kilo Sierra available. You can take it. Abhishek, please rename. Fine. So please make your notes, special notes. And every day when you are making notes, on the left or right, you will write the date, today's date. Do it if you have not done it. You will write batch number and then you'll write lecture 1. This is it. Got it? On the top of your page, always begin a new lecture notes from a fresh page. Mithika, Victor Tango, Mike, India Tango is unavailable. Please choose any other 3 initials. It's for Meet, and Meet is in the US now. So it's already given to him. Abhishek, Zoom पे जाके अपने आप को rename करो. There are 3 dots on your participant profile. There you can rename yourself. Abhishek, Victor Tango, Delta, Alpha, Bravo, available. Fine. You can take your time to do it, no problem. This is how you'll make notes, of course. And then we will get started with the lecture. And as and how, whatever you learn, make your notes, listen, understand, and then ask questions. Asking questions is very important in our sessions. When I feel the questions can wait, then I'll tell you to put that in the parking lot. If I feel the question has to be discussed right now in the right moment, then we'll do that. Okay, what else? What else? Students who like cricket, of course, today is an important match. So whenever you get a break, you can check the scores. Please, otherwise don't multitask, okay? All right. Zanvi and Apurva, the call signs are pending. Okay, Apurva, take your time. You can take Victor Tango Alpha Papa uniform also. Just a suggestion to give you an example. Mithika, Victor Tango, Mike Alpha Tango. Yes, you can take it. Students who are waiting for Navigation, I will be updating you all shortly. What's our plan to continue, to revise, or to begin with now, wherever you are situated. Okay. So be relaxed. Keep reminding me about the same. Okay. So is everything clear? All the instructions, notes, focus, questions, interaction, and not bothering each other. Of course, remember that. Especially don't bother the girls of our class. Okay, we are very, very protective about everyone. So please. There was this one student once who used to copy our student's call sign, and he joined the session. And in between the session, he used to go on unmute and then play some random recordings in which people are abusing. I thought maybe student is traveling while learning. So I put them on mute. He was still unmuting. I was putting him on mute. He was unmuting. It happened couple of days. Then I realized something is fishy. I removed him and all, and I then spoke. That's when I realized couple of students also told me that, sir, one student is chatting with us on Zoom and abusing us. I'm like, what and why? Then I realized that that guy was paid from a very famous Central India flying school to disrupt the decorum of our online classes. And he was paying 5K per month to disturb us. Imagine. And the guy said, sir, I'm very sorry, but I'm paid to do this and I need money. I didn't reply. At least he apologized. So since that day, we have stopped cross chat between students on Zoom so that, new students don't bother my existing students. Simple. So it's very difficult for me to trust in an online academy who is genuine and who is not genuine. Plus, we offer you scholarships. Plus, we offer you time to make a payment. So people use that niceness against us. They will not pay for a month, take everything, spoil the decorum, and go. So I'm not worried about all that, I'm like, do whatever you want to do. We are not going to stop. It's like that. But please, if you are coming from that point, please leave the session. Or once the session has ended, after that, never join the session. Please. I can only request. Mike Romeo Tango, what is this? What do you mean by 4-5 minutes? Are you rubbing it on my nose, sir? 45 minutes, you haven't taught me anything?
Negative, sir. It's just a reminder that 45 minutes have been passed, and we should be getting back on track.
Are you the director of the academy?
No, sir. It's a request, sir. I'm putting it as a request.
No, it doesn't seem like a request. So make it clear. Make your communications clear. It seems more like a complaint. And what it seems like, sir, I don't care about what you're saying. Just teach me. Once again, I'll tell you, students, everything that I say is going to help you clear the RT, whether you believe it or not. Everything that I say, am I foolish to spend 45 minutes wasting the time? Don't you think the more live lectures I take, the more money I'm going to make? In simple words, do you think I'm running behind money here? Do you think I enjoy wasting 45 minutes? Nobody in the world is going to give you all this gyan at this age. This gyan can help you clear your exams in first attempt easily and quickly. So Mukul, you might not need it, but others need it.
Right, sir.
I'm sorry, but if you don't like it, then I'll refund your money. But not instantly. It will take some time. Simply. No harsh feelings, okay? Practical speeches. You can be honest. I'm being honest. Simple.
Right, sir.
And there's nobody's going to feel insulted in the class, okay? We are all mature people. Okay. Gulshan, do you have to speak something? Golf Sierra November.
Negative, sir.
Okay. Mukul, do you have to go somewhere?
Negative, sir. Don't have to go somewhere.
Any medical emergency?
No, sir. Nothing at all.
Anyone in the class who doesn't understand Hindi, quickly message me. Anyone who doesn't understand Hindi, quickly message me. Fast. Abhishek. Abhishek, you don't understand Hindi also? Or can you not speak Hindi?
I can understand, but only to certain extent.
No problem. Give me a minute, okay? Students, do not be bothered about the time, the way the lectures are held, the way the session is held, what I'm speaking, what I'm not. But feel free to express your concern like Mukul is expressing. He has the freedom to express. So we have shared that. So don't worry about it. And second thing, everybody read it. Read it as many times so that you understand it. Mukul, especially you also. I know you don't doubt. I know you focus, but I'm always concerned. Sometimes these things can distract you. Sometimes.
Right, so I understand this.
Because you never know when I'm giving you some gyan like pravachan or I'm giving you a concept. It's all merged. Okay? Apurva, you have not assigned a call sign. Fine. Great. Huh. So we'll take a short breather, everyone. Not a lunch break. Just a 10-minute breather. A breather means a short break. You can go use the washroom, drink some water, wash your face, have some coffee, come back and sit. I want everyone to come back at 1401 hours. And we'll start with what we're going to learn today. All right? Students, let me know if you're back. Students with the videos off, the only way I will know if you are back, if you will either say something, do a readability check, or drop me a chat message. Now, I'm very concerned about every student in the class. So it's not like I'll start if I'm not sure if everyone is in the class. So it hampers a few students, but it helps a few students. So those students who are latecomers, who are late, please try to reduce it. Okay. And please keep acknowledging that you're back. All right. Today is the first day, so we are taking it easy. Couple of days for the first few lectures, we'll take it easy. After that, we have to get serious. So Mukul, don't worry, it's just the first session. This is not going to happen every day. Relax, sit back, enjoy. Understand, students, everything that I say is important. Okay. I will not say anything that is not important towards your goals. So please have that belief, okay? If I take a session one day and I don't teach you anything, still speak to you for 2 hours, you have to attend that session. Got it, students? And your students who need eye-to-eye contact, let me know. I'm not feeling too well, so I don't like the brightness of these flashlights on my face. So I wear the specs. Otherwise, of course, eye-to-eye contact is needed. Not specs, I mean shades. Everyone back? Victor Tango Sierra Kilo Yankee. Who's this? Is it whose call sign is this? Sierra Kilo Yankee? Apurva still not got your call sign. Fine.
Sir, it's mine, Tanmay.
Tanmay Jain. Very good. Victor Tango Sierra Kilo Yankee. It's available. You can take it. Tanmay. Good.
Affirm, sir.
Students, remember, end of the session, you have to send those messages, okay? Everyone back, right? Mukul, Chaitanya,
Affirm, sir.
Smita, Sifa, Abhishek, Pratik, Sajal is definitely back. Apurva, Hemant,
Yes, sir.
where is Mithika?
Affirm, sir.
Mithika, are you there? Pooja is not there. Sri Lakshmi is
Affirm,
not
sir.
there. Very good. Hemant,
Affirm, sir.
Abhishek,
Tango Hotel.
there, right?
Yes, sir. I'm back.
Shan is there. Abhishek is here. Apurva is there, right?
Yes, sir.
And where's this guy? Tushar. Tushar is there, right? Where's Tushar?
Yes, sir. Affirm. I'm
Very
here.
good. Mukul, you're there, right?
Yes.
Mukul, patience and belief. Okay? Mukul, patience and belief for you. Okay?
Right, I understand this.
Doge, nahi doge?
Yeah, definitely, sir, 100%.
Good, good. Very good. Very nice. Students, these days, there is a set of question papers which students say that, sir, many papers are similar to those set of question papers. So many institutes are just making you all practice those question papers. And if in your exam those question papers are repeated, then of course you'll clear part one, right? We are not going to use that strategy because that will not teach you anything apart from clearing those specific question papers if they are repeated. So if you're paying whatever you are paying, depending upon how much scholarship you have got, my job is to train you so that you can take any call in the world, whether it's repeated or not. So that's my goal. My goal is to teach you overall and help you clear the exam at your own potential level. Okay. So that's how I'm going to train you. That's how you have been trained in Echo 22, Golf 22, and this and that. Once you are good with making your own calls, then I would recommend you just read those papers, so that if they are repeated, their solutions as per the solution come quickly to you. That's it. A combination of the two will really help you. But just doing the question papers, it's not my way to do it. But giving a read to the question papers in the end, if you feel like it, then I recommend. But many of my students, they don't do question papers and they still clear their RT in their first attempt. So this is how all my students come out to be. Some students learn it in a month or two, maybe 15 days. Some students can take 4 to 5 months also to get to that level. So please focus on learning. If you want to grab a job in future by clearing interviews, and if you don't have references, then please use these RT training concepts to help you become a better student aviator. So that ahead also, you will make me proud. All right. So I'm going to give you a lot just with RT or whatever you have joined us for. So take it, okay, everyone. I'm doing it with my blood, sweat, and everything. Please don't feel that I'm wasting time. So that's it. The first thing that I'm going to teach you is categories of messages. So please start with your notes. The first topic to learn today, categories of messages in aviation, radio, telephony. This question can be asked to you in your part 2 Viva or maybe any other interviews. Even if this question is not going to be asked to you, it is very important as a general knowledge to know what are these categories of messages in aviation, radio, telephony. If you don't know it, how will you say what is the category? You might say, sir, maybe emergency calls, maybe normal calls, maybe day-to-day calls. No, the correct answer is a very simple category of messages, and the categorization is done on the basis of priority. The word priority is very important. Pooja, welcome to the class. I was just wondering you're not there in the class. Papa Kilo Mike, how do you read?
Radio 5, Victor Tango Papa Kilo Mike.
Very good. So point number 1, you will write, categories are made on basis of priority. And I don't think batch Echo 22 or Golf 22 people also know this in depth. So please make sure you're focused. Categories are made on basis of priority. There's always one air traffic controller handling a lot of people, lot of planes, lot of aircrafts. Similarly, there are multiple ATCs, maybe 3 or 4, handling their own crowd, we could say, catering to the own stations. So we'll be discussing what these different ATCs are, what are the call signs, how do we talk to them. But let's say that I'm speaking to an ATC before departure, before I have moved the aircraft from the parking bay. Then that ATC generally has a call sign by the name of the aerodrome and the word ground. Okay. So let's assume we are at Delhi. Okay. So Delhi can be coded in aviation as DPN, which is a Delhi VOR code. If you don't know what is VOR, you can put it in the parking bay. Or Delhi can also be termed as VIDP, which is known as Delhi's ICAO location designator. Okay. But how do you talk about Delhi? You say Delhi out. You don't say DPN. You don't say the phonetics, that is Delta Papa November. I'll be giving you a list of phonetics when the right time comes. This VIDP also I'll speak out as Delhi. So when I'm talking about different ATCs, I have one ATC that is coded SMC, but the way we pronounce it is called ground. So when I talk about Delhi ground, how do I write it? I can write it as Delhi ground. Okay. SMC is ground. So SMC stands for surface movement control. Here the keyword is surface. Surface means planes that are on the ground surface of the aerodrome. So what are these different ground surfaces on the aerodrome? There is an apron area, there is a movement area, and there is a maneuvering area. These are the first three important definitions that you will have to learn. Which are these three definitions? Apron, maneuvering area, and movement area. So majorly, all calls on the apron will go to ground if ground exists, in simple words. Okay. What does it mean if ground exists? Sometimes on smaller airports, there's only one ATC catering to all the needs. So that one ATC would be tower. On a major aerodrome like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Nagpur, Chennai, Trivandrum, generally we tend to see there are all the ATCs. Different ATCs for ground, different for runway, that is tower, different from approach, different from control and all. So I'll be talking to Delhi ground if I'm on the parking bay, if I need permission to start the engines, when my passenger manifest is completed, all the passengers are on board, cargo is loaded, fueling is done, chocks are off, I've got a heads up from the ground staff that you are good to go. I'll request ATC and I'll tell ATC, Delhi ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. This is how we raise the station. The first call that I'll make, I'll be doing it by raising the station. This is how I raise the station. It means like knocking on someone's door. Okay. It's like calling someone from a PCO or from an unknown number. Then you'll say, hey, Jeet, Alkesh here. So Jeet will recognize, oh, Alkesh, I don't have this number saved. Tell me, what's up? Are you fine? Whose number is this? Right? Similarly, in RT, we say, Delhi ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, because it's my first call. Delhi ground will say, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, Delhi ground. If they respond like this, it means they are giving you a go ahead to start with your requests. So this is one important update in the radio telephony manual issued by ITO, ICAO or combination or whatever relevant authorities. Of course, ICAO. Earlier, raising the station was like this. Delhi ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. We have to wait for a reply like this. Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, Delhi ground, go ahead. If we get a go ahead, then only we can make a request. If the ATC is not ready to handle our request, if the ATC is busy, then their reply would be Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, Delhi ground, standby. So if a standby is given to me, then I will say standing by and I'll end with my call sign. So whenever you're replying, you have to end with your call sign. This is something that I'll repeat again and again, because this is where you will score marks in your examination. So if it's a normal call, let's say Delhi ground tells me to go ahead. So how would the call be? Understand we are doing category of messages But in that, you are learning how to raise the station, how to acknowledge and reply, how to make a call, how to write a call. And the call that you're learning is not just raising the station, but also a basic call that you'll learn. So the way I'm teaching you, I'm going to give you a lot in a short. Now that you're mentally ready to take it. So make sure you're focused. And if you have questions, drop in the chat box, put it in the parking lot, and I'll give you a chance to discuss your questions. If you want to discuss any question in the midst of the class, raise your hand. There are reactions in the app, Zoom app. See, I'll show you all. Raise hand. Can you see on my page, there is a raise hand. This means, sir, I have a question. So I'll be like, maybe live in class, I'll stop and say, go ask. Or maybe I'll say, hold it, wait, I'll let you speak and then ask. Once your doubt is cleared, you can just click on lower hand and it's gone. Great. So let's do this call, okay? Another will continue the example. Now, the most important thing in your RTR part 1 would be what is it called? What am I writing here? Gulshan, read it out loud.
RT call logs or RT call logging.
Call logs
Tango
or
both
call
0
logging. Very good. See, when you fly, you know that you will be given a logbook, right? Log means noting everything. In RT, it's a very important requirement that your conversations are recorded. So what records a conversation is the cockpit voice recorder. Okay. But in your exams, you're required to write your calls. In reality, the pilot doesn't really always write the calls. Maybe some important information he or she could write. But the air traffic controllers are made to mandatorily log a few things. They use a pencil and a slate, a few instances. Okay. In exams, it's very important that you log everything that you say. So your first challenge initially would be to speak and write. Some students are feeling, sir, please, meko bore ho raha hai, ye sab mera ho gaya hai. Come on, man, just sit and study. Don't feel like that. So how do you log? It is very important, and please focus, everyone. How do you log? Your answer sheet in the exam has to be divided in two parts. The left side is always going to be TX. TX stands for what you are saying, that is what you're transmitting out. And RX is what you're receiving in, as in what the other person is saying. So in my case, who will be transmitting? Me, the student, or the pilot. So my call sign is this. And who will be responding right now? Right now, mostly I know I'm talking to Delhi ground. So they are going to respond. I'm writing in brackets so that I don't forget. In the exams, you don't need to write it, or you can write it also, the call signs. So how will I log? I'm raising the station. So my example is for call number 1, we are learning raising the station. In your logs, you will not write a question here. Your question in your logs would go like here. Wait. It will go up. Okay, up the table, and then below you will log like this. So raising the station, the call will be like this, and I'm giving you an excellent example of a live call which you are allowed to make in a similar manner in your exams. All right. So the call goes like this, and I'm doing it live. Please observe, everyone. Students who have their exams in a few days, make sure you're observing and thinking, yeah, this is what I have to do. This is what I know. This is what I already know I'm going to do. If not, then say, okay, this is what I have to finally do. Got it, students who have their exams in coming days? So the call will go like this. Delhi ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. It's a short call. I can write fast, but I have to control my rate of speech. Why? Because the other person in the examination will also write, and they might not be as fast as you in writing. So your rate of speech has to be always slow. Your recommended rate of speech as per the radio telephony manual is 100 words per minute. Not fast, not slow. I don't really want you to stick to 100 words. we will get to know what is a comfortable rate of speech. Not too fast, not too slow. We'll be working on that individually for everyone. So now that my live call goes like this, Delhi ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. I'm raising the station. Let's wait for the response. The responses have to be given within 10 seconds by both stations involved. This is the rule of thumb. Rule of thumb number 1, reply or acknowledge within 10 seconds of reception of a message. So today's rule of thumb number 1 is reply or acknowledge within 10 seconds. This is as per manual of RT. Okay. This manual of RT is like the Constitution of India as it is for the law. Manual of RT is for the regulations to be followed in RT. But as per our practice, you have to reply within 5 seconds. Got it, everyone? Very important. You have to reply quickly. If you don't know what to reply, at least acknowledge. You can do acknowledgement by saying Roger. I'll teach you all. I'll give you the words and phrases. Okay. So let's simulate the live call again. Delhi ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. Delhi ground. If this is the reply, it means I've got to go ahead. Now I can make my call. Is this clear, everyone? How to raise the station and how to go ahead? This is how it is. This is a recent update and every second student is being asked this question in their part 2 Viva. How to raise the station. So please make it concrete in your head, everyone. Got it? So let's continue the call. So I'll say Delhi ground, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, stand 2 on 121.9er. Readability check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read? Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, Delhi ground, read you 5. How do you read? Read you 5. Strength 5. Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo. Roger, Delhi ground. Here you will say no response needed. Here you don't need to respond anything now. This completes one entire call. What did you do? You raised the station and then you did something called as a readability check. Readability check is a very most commonly used call. It can be done anywhere. Before flight, pre-flight, maybe you have not even prepared for flight, but you just want to check the communication system. Or maybe when you are in air, anytime if you want to check whether you and the other person can hear each other carefully, then we do a readability check. Okay. A similar check to readability check is called a pre-flight radio check. Pre-flight radio check is a mandatory check that falls under your mandatory pre-flight checklist. Okay. So you will be given scripts for every mandatory call or check. Has everyone understood how to do a readability check? If yes, every time when you join a new session, how will you let me know if you're there? You will initiate a readability check with me directly. Or I will say all stations, Mumbai control. How do you read? Then you have to respond in the similar way. Now I want everyone to focus on the response. Two things very important in the response. The time, which was less than 5 seconds in both ATC reply and the Alpha Lima Kilo reply. I have made this connecting line. You don't have to make these lines, okay? You have to just understand why I'm making these lines. This line is read back. Students, read back is the backbone of your RT communications. The meaning of read back. Nukul, can you tell me the meaning of read back?
To repeat an instruction which have said by the ATC.
Okay. Papa Kilo Mike, same question. Can you tell me what is read back? Victor Tango Papa Kilo Mike, are you not there? I think disconnection. Yeah. What do you mean by read back?
So we have to say what ATC instruct to us as it is.
We have to say what ATC has given to us as it is. Okay, not bad. Students, there are certain laws that we have to follow while communicating in RT language. What does it mean? It means there are certain laws we need to follow while communicating in a civil aviation communications network. So what we are learning is not just how to clear an exam. What you're learning is what is the language that you will be speaking in a day-to-day life when you're joining your career companies. It's no joke. And learning a language is very difficult. This is why the success rate in RT exams is so bad, because people don't really understand it in a short period of time. I hope my main goal to teach you the way I teach you is to give you that knowledge that you would gain in 2 to 3 months or 6 months in a short period of time. So please don't feel that the lectures are lengthy, because overall you're going to be taught something huge in a very good amount of time. So please look at that. Look at the bigger picture. Okay, everyone? So read back is that one law. What does it mean? Please make a note, everyone. Wherever I'm putting an asterisk, these are important points related to the point that we are reading. And understand, I am leading you all towards the category of messages, but I'm teaching you so much more with that. So don't just focus on category of messages thinking, sir, काम का चीज कब पढ़ाएंगे? ये तो फालतू बात कर रहे हैं. Do not think that when will sir teach me category of messages, this is all waste of time. No, 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 no. This is my way of teaching, which is beneficial to my students. Okay. So this is something new, something good. If you're not used to it, get used to it. It's only going to benefit you. So Saurdeep has a very good point. We'll discuss a couple of questions and a few points in chat. Saurdeep is saying readbacks are usually done to make sure that there was no error in what we have heard. That is the main goal of readbacks. Okay. But what is readback? Saurdeep is right. We have to give a readback to let the other person know that what they have said and what we have heard is the same thing. It is a compulsion. If you don't give a readback, you will not get marks in the exam. And if you say make the same mistake in every call and you don't give a readback, even if you give a good paper, they might not be able to help you clear the exam, because it's one such law. Okay. So what is the exact meaning of readback? I'm going to give it to you. Please write it down. And I'm going to give you a list of people who don't have a list of it. I'll give you a list of these important phrases and the meanings. We will talk about phrases not today, next session. Yeah. So the manual definition of readback is this, and these questions are needed to be answered verbatim. There are a few things you need to know verbatim, like the rule numbers, name of the rules, right? And specific information. So these definitions of abbreviations or phrases. These are called standard words and phrases to be used in RT. One of them is read back. They can come to you in your part 1 exam as a question number 5, fill in the blank also, or transmit as per RT. Question number 5 in your part 1, there'll be 5 questions. Question number 5 is a chance to score 20 on 20 easily. The first 4 questions can be tricky, confusing. You'll get maximum of 80 marks in the first 4 questions. Out of 80, it depends how much will you score. If you score 40, you lose 40, then your only chance to clear the exam is to get 20 on 20 in question number 5. If you get 60 also, then chances are they'll help you clear. Although the passing is 50, but the quality of calls matters. If you get 60 with good quality, then you'll clear. If you get 50, 55 with bad quality, then they might not clear you, even though you score the passing marks. Sorry. Your target, my students, should be anywhere above 70, 75 minimum. So for you, you put the same passing as for your other ground papers, that is 70. And for your RT, keep that as a goal. What is it? Passing for you, 70. Simple. So please focus on the definition of this. Read back. They might give you read back and they might ask you to say the whole definition, or they will give you the whole definition and ask you to just speak the standard phrase. Either way. So I'm doing it, giving the read back, but you'll have to transmit the meaning. That could get a little more difficult, but it's not difficult because we only have odd 20 to 30 phrases to memorize. So it's not difficult. We can memorize. If we read it thrice, it automatically registers in your mind. So the full form, the meaning of read back is repeat all or the specified part of this message back to me as received. Or I would say, in other words, for you to understand it more clearly, but what it really means, okay? I want Victor Tango Sierra Bravo Bravo to read the first description of read back quickly. Then or I would want Mukul to read the second, and the third I would read when I give quickly. Sordip, not there?
Alfonso, I'm there. I'm just making a note of it.
Is there on the screen now? Read and write and speak.
Yeah.
Even if I'm asking you all to say something in class, make sure you follow the rule of reply or acknowledge within 5 seconds. If 5 seconds are done and I don't get a response, you're not following RT rules. Everyone remember and try to keep up with that. If you cannot give me a read back in 5 seconds, you can say stand by, but at least give me some response in 5 seconds. Everyone remember this. All this is important for RT calls. I'm going to make your RT understanding so easy. You'll be like, sir, I think I've learned automatically. This is how my sessions are. So please focus, everyone focus on everything. Shardip, quick.
Read back. Repeat all or the specified part of this message back to me as received.
Mukul.
Repeat all or a specified part of the message sent to you as received.
Or the real meaning is, you can go with the first or the second message as I answered in question number 5. But the real meaning is, repeat all instructions and or information given to you as received, and then continue with rest of your reply and end the call with your call sign. Ending with your call sign, please underline and highlight in your notes. If there is any other important rule that you should know, is that whenever you're replying, whenever you give a read back and then reply, those questions you have to end, those replies or calls you have to end with your call sign. It will take some time for some of you all to get a hang of this concept. Go easy with yourself. These important fundamentals I'm going to teach again and again. Don't worry. So the real meaning is, if they give you an instruction that taxi to runway holding point, runway 32, report reaching. So it's an instruction. So the first thing I'll do in my reply would be give a readback of the same things copy pasted. Taxi to runway holding point, runway 32 will report reaching. And then if you have anything to add in your call, do that. If not, then end with your call sign. Victor, Tango, Alpha, Lima, Kilo. These I can say these are the soft skills. But when I say soft skills, people undermine it. So I'll say these are compulsory things to follow. If you don't follow these things, you will not get good marks, right? So your first agenda would be to develop these ultimate requirements as your USP. Once these little things are figured out, it'll be very easy for you to handle complicated situations like you are scheduled to land at Delhi, but you get a call that Delhi airport is closed due to earthquake, and you are short on fuel, and your alternate is not available, and you have RCF. Imagine 4 problems in one call. Can anyone try and give me a call on this? Jeet, Nukul, Ayush. Just try. Right and wrong doesn't matter. Students, in class, when I'm asking you questions, it's not about right and wrong, okay? It's about practicing and me checking how many of y'all have understood. Nukul, are you going ahead? Try random, whatever comes to your mind.
Sir, could you please repeat the question?
In RT, if you want me to repeat something, how would you say it, Nukul?
Say again.
Say again,
Tango,
question.
November,
Victor
Kilo.
Tango, November, Kilo, Charlie. Very good. I'll repeat the question for everyone. Everyone write it down. Scheduled to land at Delhi. Okay. And you write, you are 50 nautical miles or DME inbound Delhi. Okay. Delhi ATC informs. Everyone write this question, okay? I'm not writing it. Please write it. Write like this as question, or you can write practice question, whatever it's a question. Delhi ATC informs Delhi airport closed due to earthquake. Alternate is unavailable. You see low fuel indication and suddenly experience radio communication failure. Take action. Has everybody got the question? I would want Tushar to give me a readback of the question. When I say readback, now I think everybody knows. It's just copy paste and then end with your call sign. Tushar, just a readback of the question if you've got it.
Yes, sir. The question is that you are scheduled to land at Delhi airport. You're 5 nautical miles inbound Delhi, and Delhi ATC informs that airport is closed due to earthquake, and the alternate airport is also unavailable. And you have got the indication that you are running out of the fuel, and there is also RCF. So take action.
Very good. I have never seen this level of complication come in an exam question. I have just complicated it twice with the complication. In the exams, you will get only 2 or 3 complications, not more than that. But if you learn the way I'm teaching you, if you follow everything to the core, you will be able to know what to do in that situation and how to communicate with ATC. Right here, just attending a few online sessions. You don't even have to go through online training to learn all that. So I'm not going to ask you all to give me a solution to this, but understand the way I'm teaching you. If you're learning properly, if you follow the first few lectures properly, no matter how slow they are or whatever you feel about it, your job is to follow me, follow my instructions to 100% level. That is your job as a student sitting in the class. Follow my instructions 100%. Do everything that I say. If you are unable to do it, tell me, sir, I'm unable to do so. Can you help me get it done, or can you tell me an alternate how to do it? Of course. Because everything that I say, not everyone can follow, right? We all are different, right? So I don't expect everyone to follow the same things. So try, and if you cannot, first few sessions, get used to the pace. It's going to be slow. Then we're going to increase the pace. First few sessions, if you're doing well, if I teach you how to solve this complicated question in one example, you will learn it in 5 minutes. If you don't focus on basics that I'm teaching you in the first few sessions, and then if I'll teach you that call, you will take 2 hours to understand that one call. Are you following me, everyone? Now, what is a better way? You tell me. What is a better way? Do you want to spend 2.5 to 3 months to learn quality RT, or do you want to do it before your goals? Of course, we want to do it before our exams. See, I'm not convincing you about the strategy. I don't have to convince. I'm just explaining it to you all clearly that these are my strategies, and every new batch you will see starts differently because I keep modifying the way how I can improve your learning. Got it? Yeah. So don't think I'm following a PPT. So you're like, sir, I've attended Echo 22. Why are you repeating the same thing? No, it's different. Everything is going to be different. So these soft skills, read back, replying in 5 seconds, okay? Call structures, usage of phrases, all these things are what we have to focus in the first few sessions. Once you're strong with that, it'll be very easy for you to learn all the types of calls. Any call. You have landed on runway 32 and suddenly you see another aircraft. What will you do? If you learn the basics correctly, you will only take 5 minutes to learn these calls. So it's gonna put you in a better position to clear your exams in your next attempt or your first attempts. So now this is a normal call, okay? A readability check I have done. At the same time, there is another call, okay? I'm giving you another question, okay? That question you have written down, right? You all write this question. You are at Delhi, of course. During startup means engine startup, okay? Not the aircraft moving on the ground. You are at Delhi. During startup, you see fire in cockpit. Okay. So we will assume that Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo is also at Delhi at the same time requesting readability check. And this is a different aircraft that has the situation that they are starting the engines, but one of the pilots, not one of the pilots, when they're talking to you, you are the PIC. So one thing I want you all to remember, when you're giving a call in the exam or when you're appearing for a RT exam, you are pretending as if you are a pilot in command. You're not a student. So that assumption really helps you give better performance. So the pilot in command sees fire in cockpit, and the pilot in command is in charge of all decisions of the aircraft. So what would the call be with ATC? What would the pilot do? Fire means danger. Danger in aviation is categorized depending upon the type of emergency. Thus, we get category of messages. So how are these category of messages coming into picture? Compared to Alpha Lima Kilo, now Alpha Lima Kilo has done a readability check. We know that now they are going to start with their pre-flight checks. Then they are going to request for startup. Then they are going to request for taxi and then takeoff. We know it's going to happen. It's there with the ATC, the manifest, the flight plans, everything. At the same time, I get another aircraft facing this situation. So this aircraft, let's say the call sign is Tanmay's call sign. Okay. So how would the call be? This is the question. Let's write the call at the same time. And now I'm not going to cross talk in between call explaining what is what. I'm just going to simulate the whole live call and then I'll break down the call. And then I'll answer your questions in the chat. Okay. So transmission, reception, everything that you speak in exam, you have to write. Everything. Even if you make mistakes, you have to write them. Students, if there is any urgent update you need to give me, then put it in the Zoom chat, okay? WhatsApp chats, I will check only after the session. All right. So the call will be like this. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Delhi ground. Victor Tango, Sierra Kilo Yankee. Stand 4. See fire in cockpit during startup. Aborting startup. Initiating fire extinguishing procedures. Request firefighting services and emergency medical services. Passenger on board 121. Boeing 737. Victor Tango Sierra Kilo Yankee. Delhi ground. Roger Pan.
So Mayday, right?
Good observation. Correction. Roger Mayday. Standby for firefighting services and emergency medical services. Report state of fire. Standing by for firefighting services and emergency medical services. Fire on surface extinguished. Unsure otherwise. Victor Tango Sierra Kilo Yankee. If this is an exam question, then ATC might feel that you have done enough and they might tell you, go to next question. If this was question number 1 for you in the exam, it means now you can go to question number 2. Until you're not told go to the next question, you have to continue the call. So it could take any shape. The ATC could play with you, not play with you. It's like that. Now, what is this message? This message is the top priority message. The word Mayday is the code used for the top priority message. Now what will happen? Now Delhi ground has to talk to Alpha Lima Kilo, has to talk to Sierra Kilo Yankee also. Sierra Kilo Yankee was given a startup. During the startup, this is happening. There might be more aircrafts connected to Delhi ground. So Delhi ground being one air traffic controller, whom will they speak to first? Who will get the first priority? This is what you have to understand when we talk about categories of messages. So ATC will alert something, a phase, an emergency phase. There are 2 to 3 phases that we'll talk about in coming sessions. Once that phase is announced, all other aircrafts tuned to that ATC will hold their positions automatically. If ATC wants those aircraft to stop transmitting, then they will communicate all stations on 121 decimal liner, stop transmitting. Why? So that the aircraft facing a serious emergency, fire means serious emergency. That aircraft and that pilot will only get the first priority by everyone. Everything else will be on hold. In aviation, we value every single life. So that's where priority of messages come in picture. And compared to these two aircrafts, who will get the first priority? The one making a call Mayday. So there are many different codes that we use. And what are these type of messages that will get priority is what we will see now that I will give you the list of priorities. All right. Think about the questions in your mind before I give you the list of priorities. Until then, I'm going to answer a couple of questions in the Zoom chat box. The first question that we have is, so what is the difference between RT license and FRTOL license? In simple words, the practical difference is, in order to get an Indian CPL, you need ground papers, you need a completed flight training from an approved flight training school, and you need a valid Indian RTR A license. Simple. So that RTR A license is generally a passport-sized pink in color issued document. That is a document that validates that you are proficient with aviation radio telephony. Proficient means you are good with the language. And the document also says that you have the license, the legal right to use civil aviation aeronautical frequencies. So it's a big deal. That is the RT license. Okay. If you don't have the RT license, and if you have a radio equipment, and if you use the civil aviation frequencies, if you're caught, you will become a criminal. It's like that. So if you're an amateur, good with electronics, at least get an amateur radio license, if nothing else. If you have an RT, feel free to use. What is FRTOL? When you begin flight training, you need some idea about RT language, right? So when you start a flying school, they will give you a brief session on RT, teach you a few basic things, give you a small exam. If you clear that, they will issue an FRTOL. That says that you can start your flying as a student pilot. That's it. That's the only importance of FRTOL. And it's very easy to get. Got it? Your FRTOL is good till you clear your CPL. After CPL training is done, if you want the CPL license, you will need RTRA. Otherwise, you'll not get the CPL license from DGCA. Got it? Chaitanya? Acknowledge within 5 seconds. Chaitanya got it. Verbal acknowledgements to answer questions. Victor Tango, correction. Victor Tango, Charlie Alpha Hotel. Victor Tango, Charlie Hotel Alpha. Sorry, I'm confused. I think Chaitanya is not there in the session. Okay. Didn't even realize and someone's bunking. It's a joke, okay? Okay, fine. Apurva is asking, sir, what does strength 5 mean? Very good question. There is a readability scale. When we talk about how do you read, there is a scale. Readability scale is having levels of strengths. Strength, or we can also say read you whatever. Okay, so strength blank and read you blank. So when I say the strength is 1, it means the quality, okay? Or we call it in aviation, we call it readability. We say the readability is so bad that we cannot hear each other. We cannot make out what the other person is saying. So it means unreadable. The word read here shows hearing capacity. So don't think, sir, why they are saying reading when we are hearing? They are saying reading when we are hearing because listening is termed as reading in RT. Okay. How do you read means how do you hear me? So when I say strength 1 or I say read you 1, so you have a choice. Either say read you 1 or say strength 1. So either one you can use. In my call, I said read you 5, which was a read back to an information given by ATC, right? And then they asked me a question. How do you read? So I had to reply or acknowledge. So I said, I read you at a strength of 5. Understood this breakdown, everyone? So the first point is a read back. And the second point is your reply. So to make sure they don't think that you're repeating the same thing again and again, read you 5, Victor Tango Alpha Lima Kilo, we give a read back exactly read you 5, and then we choose to respond how do you to the question how do you read as strength 5 and end with a call sign. So everyone please make a note of this readability scale. It's very important, can be asked to you in question number 5 or can be asked to you in your part 1 calls or can be asked to you in your part 2 viva also. So strength 1 is readable, strength 2 is readable now and then, 3 would be readable but with difficulty, 4 is readable, and 5 is perfectly readable. So I'll just give you a brief idea about what is readable now and then. You must have connected with so many friends, family, and here and there on calls. Sometimes you hear their voice, it comes and goes. It breaks off in between. So that is read you now and then or readable now and then, that is 2. Readable with difficulties, those times when you have to focus too hard to make sense due to maybe some background noise or maybe the quality or volume is not enough. So not good. 1, 2, and 3 is not good for aviation communication. It could result into miscommunications. So what I should aim for is generally initiate conversations or initiate my flight only after I get a readability of a 4 or a 5. If not, then I have to fix my communication equipment and check the issue. It is that important. That's why radio check is a part of an important pre-flight check. What is the meaning of 5, 4? Readable. Yeah, I can understand, but it's not perfect. When will it be perfect? That time when I say 5. So when Nukul replied 5, I knew he's not getting any background noise. For that, I need this special broken microphone because it's the best one I've got till date. Got it? Other ones I have used, but they tend to give me background noises. So yeah, that's why I check every time, because when I know in the office and all, there's going to be some noise and people. So I check. So that is the meaning of strength. Good question. You're learning a little more. Sometimes when you ask questions, you will end up learning something sooner than later. Don't think this is targeted only to one student. This is for everyone. Okay. So Ardip is asking, sir, is the frequency not necessary to mention at the receiver's end? Mention, don't mention, it's okay, up to you. Because you all are tuned on the same frequency, so it doesn't really matter much. Safa is asking us, so what does stand 2 on 1-to-1 decimal liner mean? Stand 2 is the name of your parking stand or your parking bay or the gate. And when I say on 121.9, it means the frequency which I am on connecting to Mumbai ground. I'm just confirming if it's the right frequency. The frequency is 121.9. So there are different frequencies. I'll tell you more about it in the next sessions. So stand 2 is the parking bay, and I am on this frequency talking to you. Safa, is the question answer clear? Sordip, is your answer clear? Quickly acknowledge, students.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Sierra Bravo Bravo.
How about you, Safa? Okay. Sordip, okay. Okay, Gulshan, good answer. Sordip, good thinking. Good thinking. But a pan and a Mayday, if you're comparing, then the Mayday will overpower pan. So you'll stick with Mayday only in this situation. And do the RCF procedures, but stick with Mayday. Got it? You do pan when you don't have additional threat. You just have RCF and you have to deviate on your own. Here you have an additional threat of fire. So Mayday, you have to go with the first priority. Got it, Sordip?
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Sierra Bravo.
Gurpreet, if you're going by 1500, make sure you cover up the pending session. You will find the sessions automatically. You don't need to send me the links if you need to revise or if you want to cover up missed lecture. This is one benefit we are giving all our students. The YouTube sessions are not to teach people on YouTube. They are there for you as a backup. In case you miss a live session, in case you have bad connection, in case you want to revise, we are giving it to you. Right now, the playlist is private. In a couple of days, once all admissions and everything is confirmed, we'll be making the list private then, and only your email IDs will get access to that playlist. Okay. So go to the channel, get the playlist. The name of the playlist would be batch H22. In that, get L1. Okay. You don't have to ask me for the links to revise. So if you have to go, just message me, go and come back and join from where you have left. Because on our videos, you can always see in the top left corner the exact time. Time and date.
Affirm,
Yeah,
sir. Thank you
fine.
so much.
You're most welcome, Gurpreet. Zanvi is asking, sir, are we allowed to use Mayday on the ground? Of course, why not? If your emergency falls under the category of Mayday, which we'll be learning, of course you can do it. Of course you can do it. Zanvi, cleared out?
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango, Zulu November Victor.
Students, I know, I can sense you'll get bored, you might be hungry and you're not used to sitting at lengthy lectures. Just push yourself, okay, and take it easy. You can munch on few munchies or drink something while studying. I don't mind. Good. Apurva, fire on surface, extinguished, unsure otherwise. Now, this is my creative approach to give an answer to this call. You will be motivated to use your own creativity. Fire on surface as in, what I can see, I have extinguished it. I'm not sure if the source of the fire is behind my dashboard. The fire could arise from wiring only, right? The wiring is always hidden. That's why. That's what I meant. It's okay. You could use something else. So I said unsure otherwise. It means I'm not sure if there's still fire somewhere in the electronic equipment compartment. Below every cockpit is your electronic equipment compartment, EEC. That is where all the computers of all your systems are located. So that's where the chances of electronic fires occurring is high. So if you see a cockpit in fire, it could be an electronic fire only. Apurva, is the doubt clear? Students, quick, we are running short of time.
So I have a question.
Stand by. Let me finish all the chat questions. Apurva, is this doubt clear?
Yes, sir.
Acknowledge 5 seconds. Yes. Mithika, is your doubt clear for stand 4?
Sir. Victor Tango Mike Alpha Tango.
Ayush, I'll check the solution later. Okay, fine. Apurva, continue with your question. Any other students who have live questions, please one by one raise your hand and go ahead. I could see a couple of students raising their hands. Apurva, continue with the question, quick.
So nothing, I was just asking about that.
Radio 3, say again.
I was just asking about that statement.
Which statement, Baba? Can you read back the statement?
I haven't written it right now, so I don't have it. But
Which
the statement
statement?
about fire.
I don't really understand. I was asking you about your doubt with respect to what does that mean? Fire on surface extinguished, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you were asking me something, said I have a question. It was you who was asking, right? Or someone else?
No, sir, it was someone else.
Okay, sorry. Good, good. Your doubt is cleared, right?
Yes, sir.
So station who was asking me one question, I stopped you. Who was it? Please, student, go ahead.
So it was my question, Victor Tango Romeo Juliet Papa.
Ishan, go ahead, Ishan, please.
So my question was related to QRM. Like I came across a question in which the question said you are about to go for request for pushback and startup, and you come across like buzziness at in your mic, and still like does this question comes under QRM, or we need to request that we are not able to hear you or something else?
I could not. I'm reading you 3 right now with difficulty. Please say again the last part, the last statement.
So I say again all. My question was if I'm making a request for pushback and startup. So on the other hand, I also had some buzziness in my mic, or I'm not able to transmit it clearly. So does this scenario comes under QRM, like which means congestion, or like not able to read it, not able to hear this carefully? Does this question comes under QRM or any other scenario?
It is QRM. This is the exact definition of QRM. When you are speaking and you hear some other aircraft transmit in between, maybe some buzzing. Buzzing means some other pilot is unknowingly pressing the push to talk button. I'll teach you about the hardware also in coming sessions. So people are asking what is QRM. Everyone just write it down. QRM is one of the Q codes. There are 3-letter codes in aviation for almost everything that start with the letter Q, Quebec. Many codes. For you, I think for RT exams, you need to know 5 to 10 codes only. But there are hundreds of codes. For everything, there is a Q code. The meaning of QRM is interference. Interference in radio communications by someone else. It's like this is the main meaning, by someone else. So when I have got a go ahead by ATC, then only I am allowed to speak to ATC at that time. Other people, all of those people who are tuned to the frequency will be able to hear. We'll talk about the hardware and all in the next sessions. But who can talk back to ATC? Only that particular person until their job is over. Once their work is over, then the next person will talk. All right. So this is the QRM. QRM means interference in radio by someone else or some other station. Any more questions? Nukul, you had another question? Any more questions? If no, then students, yeah, Papa Kilo Mike, please go ahead.
Sir, I solved question number 1.
Very good. You want to solve or have you solved?
Solve.
Good, good. Send it to me now.
So,
I'll check. Tell me, yeah,
okay.
Continue. Sorry, continue. You want to give a live call?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So, Mayday, 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 Delhi Control, Victor Tango, Papa Kilo Mike, transmitting blind, 50 DME inbound Delhi, radial 213, flight level 290, on Alpha 474, time now 1000, Mumbai to Delhi, experiencing radio communication failure due receiver, Delhi airports closed due earthquake, got low fuel indication, warning, alternate airport unavailable, would like to divert to nearest airport to Lucknow via Romeo 460, crossing Whiskey 20 South 1005, crossing Whiskey 20 North 1010, estimating direct Aligarh 1015, Kadas 1030, ETA Lucknow 1045, Boeing 737 moderate IFR passenger on board 180.
Excellent call, Pooja. Superb. I feel like standing up and clapping. Very nice. Wonderful call. Beautiful. Make sure rate of speech is slow. Of course, when you're writing, you'll be slow. Students,
Yes,
it's
sir.
an excellent example of a very complicated call that I've never seen any other student solve. Excellent. I'm impressed. And don't think that this is the rate of speech you will follow. She's just reading what she has written. In class, in exams, you would write and speak, so rate of speech will slow down. Beautiful call, Pooja. Excellent. And love the confidence, very nice. And I love that you stood up to take that call. Very nice. Very good. Sordip is also clapping. Nice. Students, if you want to react in class, you have reactions, please be, at least if you're not verbally talking to me, you could tell me how you're feeling with your reactions. Yeah. If you're not feeling good, if you're feeling dead, then you can sell the skull also. Somebody was sending me that skull one day. I'm like, oh, I think I'm overburdening you with studies. Some people like my joke, so they are like, nice, they put that smiley. Some people don't like my joke, so they'll put that weird sick face. See, Tushar is sending smiling. Very good. I need this acknowledgement. I cannot read your faces. Plus, you're not having your videos on also. So I don't really know if you're liking, not liking, disliking, enjoying. If I could see that, then I could modify, and make it much more interesting for you. So when I hear you speak a little bit also, I understand, oh, you're getting bored or maybe you don't have the energy. So today I'm not going to push you more on acknowledgement and being interactive, but slow and steady will do that. And everybody would be required to speak and talk. Okay. Just bear with me. I know we are overshooting the time. That's why I have not given you an end time today, because I knew that the first session has to be extended. So I knew it could take up to 3 or 3:30. Students, before I forget, I think 2 or 3 students who are there, I don't remember now, who's missing from the class. Tomorrow, I want us to start at 9 a.m. in the morning, live, okay? So please meet me tomorrow at 9 a.m. everyone, and request for the password link, lecture link, 15 minutes before 9 a.m. All right? I love morning lectures. Let's see how it goes for you. Students who cannot attend live, don't worry. You can attend the recording, but don't make it a habit of recorded lectures unnecessarily. Okay? All right. People who are not available at a certain time for live lectures, you can propose what is your availability. Every now and then I'll reshuffle the timing so that everybody gets the benefit of live lectures. Okay. Okay. I'm very exhausted, students. You don't know how weak I feel. It's very difficult, to keep working. So please bear with me for a couple of days. All right. You don't deal with QRM. Tushar is asking, so how do you deal with QRM? You just say Mumbai Control, Air India 122, correction. Mumbai Control, Air India 122, experiencing QRM, read you 2. If you know the call sign of the aircraft, you can say that, who's putting an QRM. All right. Simple. You just have to report it. All that you need to do in that call is use the Q code, QRM. That's where you're going to get maximum marks. That's it. It's one of the easiest calls. Abhishek is asking, what is Alpha 474? Alpha 474 is generally written like this, and this is nothing but your route or route. And the code for route, that is this. We'll talk more about routes and all when we do chart reading. If you all don't know, you will know. Okay, Abhishek. Pratik, you can make the call to all aircraft or you can make the call to Delhi control. Understanding the situation, all aircraft also makes sense because you're going to divert on your own. And Delhi control also makes sense because at least if your receiver has failed, then at least you know that the Delhi can hear you. So Pooja was very conscious about saying due receiver. It means only my receiver has failed, so I cannot hear you. That's why the RCF. But I hope that my transmissions are reaching out to you. So if I inform Delhi control, then Delhi control will inform all the other aircrafts in the vicinity. So that's why I said the call was excellent, because whatever she said was perfect. So you can make your own call, students. You don't have to follow one script. This is the beauty if you focus in my lectures. This will be the beauty of your calls. And don't rush and don't compare yourself with others. Take your own sweet time. That's it. Focus on the knowledge. It will really help you in the long run. I don't just want you all to clear your RT. I want you all to bag a job. Huh. Abhishek is
So,
saying RCF, shouldn't all the extra lights be on? Yeah, you can do that. And if she was making the call to all aircraft, then she could have said, because she was making to Delhi control, she didn't say it. It's fine. Sordip is asking, okay. Sordip, give me your availability for the rest of the week till Saturday. Okay, Friday and Saturday. Tomorrow 9 a.m. Please join students. Okay.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango
Got it.
Sierra Bravo.
Pratik is sending me fire emoji. I like that. It shows me that yes, sir, I'm all fired up. All right. So sorry, but let the VIP come late in the program. The chief guest himself is late. And who's the chief guest? The list of categories of messages. Once I give you the list, we are done with the session. If you will have any other doubts, put it in the parking lot. Make sure to send me a PDF of your notes. Rename it by your name, batch name, and lecture number. If Nukul is sending me, I don't want it from old students. I only need it from new students. Okay. So if Nukul is doing it, Nukul will rename the PDF Nukul H22 L1 and send it over WhatsApp. All your notes you will send on WhatsApp. Assignments you will email as and when I will instruct. Okay. So what is the list of priority of messages? Mukul, you are not only learning category of messages, you have learned a lot more. Are you aware of this or not? I'm just confirming.
No, so in G22, there was no specific topic regarding the priority.
I'm talking about right now in today's session. Hear the question completely. I've not just taught you. At 2 o'clock, I started about category of messages. After 1 hour, 15 minutes, I'm giving you the category of messages. In between those 1 hour, 15 minutes, have you learned anything or not, Mukul?
Yes, sir, I have.
How much have you learned? A lot, a little, negligible. What do you feel?
Negligible, sir.
Why so? So was I not talking in the language that you understand?
So in brief, what I have learned in the last duration of 1.5 hours.
No, just this session.
Yeah.
Talk about this session.
In this session, sir, because I've already learned, or maybe I already remember that from the previous classes. So to be very honest, I just like brushed up on readability check and readability definition. And apart from that, just look at the QRM definition, that's all.
If you're saying you're brushed up, then you're missing a lot of points, Mukul. I require more attention from you in class, okay? Please be more attentive, because if you're saying brushed up, then at least we have brushed up 10 to 15 points. You have just given me 3 points. So I don't know if you have brushed up those points or you have missed those points or not learned it, but you need to focus more, because I was expecting a better response right now. So I think there's a flaw in the focus because of certain inbuilt things. You need to work on that, Mukul. Okay.
Right.
One by one, I'll be speaking about this to everyone. I'm starting with you. Okay. Need more focus. If you're using the words brush up, then you could have said 10, 15 things more. If not, then somewhere you're not participating completely. In my opinion, you also think about it and do it. Okay. It cannot be negligible ever. So you need to change that perception also. Slow and steady will take you there. But I want your effort towards where I'm sending you. Do you have that agreement or not?
Definitely, sir. That's why I'm
Good. Bas. Very nice. Very nice. Don't worry. We'll do it. Your way, my way. My way has to be there 100%. That's your ultimate goal. Remember, okay? Plus, I will involve your way in my way to make it much better for you. Just bear with me. Got it?
Right, sir.
Chalo. Let's write down the list of messages, everyone. Write down the table. No, you could have said, sir, okay, it's fine. It's okay. You will know all that you could have revised more and said in your answer. It's fine. You'll get there. So priority number 1 is distress messages. Distress has a term, a definition that I'll be teaching you when I teach you emergency messages. Distress messages have a code, and the code is Mayday, said 3 times at the beginning of your call. This is top priority. Okay. All distress messages will be a part of this. Second priority is given to urgency messages. What is urgency? What is distress? You will know everything at the right time. Right now, remember this much. Urgency is second priority, and the code that you have to use to make sure it is urgency and everybody knows. So these are the codes you need to never forget. The code for urgency is pan pan, said 3 times. Pan pan, pan pan, pan pan. And then you go ahead with your call. What situations are a part of distress and what situations are a part of urgency? You will be learning it at the right time. Okay. In urgency messages, there is one more priority you can write, 2.1. Urgency medical. And the code for this is pan pan, pan pan, pan pan, and then you say medical once at the end. Be very careful, especially students who have their exams in a few days. In your text, it would be written as pan pan medical, but you don't have to say pan pan medical, pan pan medical, pan pan medical. You could just say pan pan, pan pan, pan pan medical. It's fine. What are these situations? You will see when I teach you urgency distress at length. Okay. Usaid, what's the question? Quickly ask.
Sir, pen medical sir Mayday नहीं हो सकता?
No. If your pilot or co-pilot has a medical issue, then it will become Mayday. Otherwise, anybody else having a medical issue, it will be pan medical. Okay. Remember this, everyone.
Sir, for example,
pilot,
sir,
yeah.
Sir, heart attack है किसी को, sir मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा serious issue.
Who? The pilot, co-pilot, or the passengers?
Passenger.
Pan medical.
Passenger.
Pan medical.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Passenger dead also is pan medical. But we won't say dead because we are no doctors to define who's dead and who's living. So we would say passenger unconscious. So it's a pan.
If a pilot suffers through a heart attack?
Mayday. Generally, in exam, they will not give you pilot, they will give you co-pilot. Because you are the pilot, you are taking the call, so you cannot be dead. It's a mayday. Because your aircrafts are designed to be flown safely by 2 people, not 1. If one person is incapacitated. Incapacitated means cannot do their duty for whatsoever reason. Then it's a mayday situation because it reduces safety by 50% altogether. That's why the pilot will call the cabin crew, right? You have seen it in movies, right? A cabin crew is not trained to fly if they're not going through flight training, of course. Many of our cabin crew students are doing flight training. But it is required. 2 people are required to land the plane. Got it, everyone? And then the third 2.2. Actually, I would say this is the third or the fourth priority, but as per the manual, it comes under number 2 only. So in number 2, first is the urgency, second is urgency medical. Third is this one. This is very interesting, okay? You can say this is not urgency, okay? Although it comes under number 2, but we'll call it not urgency, we'll call it natural calamities. If you see any natural calamity, if you observe a tsunami, observe earthquake, observe lion's call, you'll know what is a lion's call, like kilometer wide spread of thunderstorm clouds. If you see locust swarm, locust as in big insects flying in big clouds, okay? A few more situations. If you see something that doesn't affect you directly, but can affect other people, and you observe it when you're flying, that's when this emergency comes into picture. And the code for this is security. And this security is with E at the end, not Y. Security, security, security. Delhi Control, India 123, see a series of locust swarm heading towards Delhi Airport. This is how you'd report the call. And then give your position report and end the call. Simple. Number 3, priority number 3 is communications related to direction finding. If any pilot requires a directional guidance but doesn't have any emergency, then that pilot still will get first priority compared to other pilots tuned to that particular ATC. Remember, priority will only matter when you're tuned to that particular ATC in a particular airspace. All right? Because there's only one ATC handling, so that ATC needs to give priority. Like if I'm solving Mukul's doubt, then I'm giving Mukul the priority. But in class, everybody is learning from one or the other doubts. In the real life situation, it's not about learning, it's about regulation of the traffic in the safest possible way so that the plane can land safely and people don't die. Or there is no damage to anyone, property or people. Simple. So the ultimate goal about learning RT is flight safety. And the whole system where you and me come into picture here at the lowest end of training and the highest end when you are sitting co-pilot speaking to ATCs, everything combines to give you 100% of safety. This safety can be hampered by lack of guidance from ATC or miscommunication. So when you learn RT, you learn about not having the error of miscommunication. That ensures your safety. Got it? So the need for RT is to avoid miscommunication. That's it. If anybody ever tells you what's the need of RT, so practically speaking, RT helps us avoid errors that could happen due to miscommunication. That's it. Otherwise, I need RT to prove myself that I'm proficient with the language, plus to get the license to operate aviation, radio, telephony, aeronautical frequencies. Simple. So these questions can be asked to you in your part 2 Viva, okay? Let's end the list. Number 4, the fourth in the list is flight safety messages. Simple. Other calls or messages related to the safety of the flight will get first priority. Okay. After that, meteorological messages. If anyone is communicating or conversing about the weather, okay, then that becomes a meteorological message. So that will get priority. And the last priority is given to the normal day-to-day calls. That is regulation of the traffic. And those calls are known as flight regularity messages. So in the list, there are 6 calls, but in the second one, there are 3 different calls: pan medical, and security. So when someone is asking this question to you as a Viva question, then you will say that as per the priority of messages, distress calls get the first priority and the code is Mayday, said thrice. Urgency calls will get the second priority, wherein urgency calls will get the priority and the code would be pan, followed by the priority given to any medical emergency. The code would be pan medical, and followed by emergencies related to natural calamities. Code is security. After that, the priority is given to communications related to direction finding. Then it is given to flight safety messages. Then it is given to meteorological. And at the end, we have flight regularity messages. So this is the priority of messages or categories of messages in RT language. The way I have given you this answer, I'm expecting everyone to learn the ability to give the answer like this as a bare minimum to clear your part 2 Vivas also. So observe and learn initially and then practice. I know my wristwatch is changed to some other time zone and it's a new watch, so I'm unable to fix it. I'm going to read the manual and do it. 3:30, time to end, students. Tomorrow we will be targeting at a slot from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. But I would be giving you a 15-minute break at least in between. Today, I know I'm not giving you a proper break. You'll be getting proper breaks also always because I don't like saturating my students much. But even if you are being pushed, just go with the flow and keep giving me a feedback. Remember what you have to send me as a message. If you have filled forms for Kolkata or if you are planning to go for Feb or April, that's it. Second thing, your notes properly made. In your notes, the last page should be your today's parking lot also. Don't forget that. Okay. Third thing would be, I don't remember, the call signs are fixed, so I don't need that. Yeah. And others, new students, feel free to give me a feed. Everybody has to give me a feedback, positive and negative. I need all these things from you all, and I'm not going to remind you all. So please make sure you do it. And remember, tomorrow we are targeting 9 to 11. Keep a buffer time 9 to 11:15. At max, keep yourself available till 11:30. Okay. I will not stretch it beyond that at max. If we are able to finish, then we'll finish by 11 or 11:15. Otherwise, we'll stretch it at max till 11:30 for tomorrow. Got it, my students? If you have any other doubt, any other concern, let me know. We'll schedule a call. From today onwards, I'm available completely. Okay. I'll try to do things at the best of my health, but I'm not going to push myself too much so that I'm unavailable in the next days. So just bear with me. Okay, everyone? So if you all permit me, can I take a leave, everyone? Yes, no, maybe. Say that verbally and end with your call sign. Everyone.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango, November, Kilo, Charlie.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango, Mike Alpha Tango.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Hotel Eco Mike.
Affirm, Victor Tango, Charlie Bravo Lima.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango
Affirm,
Tango
Victor
Kilo Sierra.
From Sierra Kilo Yankee.
Affirm, sir. Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Sierra Bravo Bravo.
Affirm Victor Tango Inform Sierra Delta.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango, Zulu November Victor.
Affirm Victor Tango Mike Romeo Tango.
Affirm Victor Tango Pop.
I can see people are rushing to make the call. I like that. It happens. It happens in real time also. You will see a couple of pilots needing startup at the same time. We'll try to take the call first so that they get the first takeoff. So yeah, this always happens. Yeah. So we are going to simulate real life experiences also here in the class. So this is a classic example. I can be the ATC, you all can be different aircrafts. So if you see that two people are transmitting at the same time, so whoever has started first can by default continue. And whoever was second has to wait for the channel to be open and then speak. But anyone who's overlapping someone, make sure you will have to call again. That's the rule, okay? And whoever was first, make sure if you're confused that whether your call went or not due to the QRM, this is nothing but QRM now, okay? Here and where interferences, then you also give the call again. Simple. Very good. So I sensed superb energy only from Usaid. Others, I think you're super exhausted. Please keep eating. Your food is very important for your mind. My power food is some soaked almonds. They help me keep lean also. As an aviator, as a budding pilot, you need to be healthy, right? So please eat, take breaks, tell me whatever you need. Don't be pushed. If you're feeling that I'm pushing you out of your comfort zone, tell me and I'll make sure I do things in your comfort zone. This is your academy, your class. You will get everything that you need. Don't be afraid to make requests. If anyone is bothering you, friends, family, or otherwise, share with me and I'll help you calm your mind and resolve your problems if those problems are impacting your learning. So I'm available for anything and everything that will help you study better. And I'll keep all our conversations, of course, confidential. And I expect the same from y'all also. I'm very happy to finally see everyone again, old and new. Students who are waiting to have final discussions with me will speak in the evening. Feel free to call. If I miss, I'll call you. If you think it's too late, just message me, sir. I'll not be available after so and so time. So we'll speak tomorrow then. Got it, everyone? Thank you very much, students. Any more unanswered questions, put it in the parking bay. We will connect tomorrow and do it. Suchita, yes, all mandatory reports are a part of flight regulatory messages. Bye everyone, and I'll see you when I see you next tomorrow morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Apurva, the validity of an RT exam. Apurva, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Exam validity is nothing. If you clear the exam, you get an opportunity to apply for the license. You get two options. If you pay 5K, you will get the license, which will be valid for 20 years. And if you pay 10K, as of today, they can revise the fee by the time you are giving the exams. So far, if you pay 10K, then you get a lifetime validity on the license. The lifetime validity goes up to 65 years of your age. After that, you will have to renew it every 5 years or whatever the protocol is.
Okay. So when can I contact you?
We'll talk in the evening. Evening as in after 5 or 6.
Okay.
Sometime there. Call me if I miss. Just drop me a message and I'll give you a time and we'll be spontaneous.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Chalo, Apurva. See you, okay?